Hey guys, I am back, and this project will be the first in my Christmas themed videos. Found this little tray on Amazon and it is so cute. I thought, yeah, let's start with this. So as you can see, it took me a while, although you guys get to see it sped up of course, to go around everything, all the outlines with this gold pen. And I did this because I thought it would be really nice to have everything in a uniform colour and encapsulate the colours in gold. Gold, I always associate kind of gold and red and green with Christmas. So that's why I chose this pen and did this way. Yeah, it took some time, but I enjoy this kind of thing. You know, I go into the zone when I have anything like this to do. And in a way, I suppose you could call this reverse painting. I did Rudolph's nose with red alcohol ink mixed with a little bit of UV resin. But when the tray was turned over, it didn't really show because I did his nose black. This, by the way, was my second attempt at trying to do his nose because I had to do it in 2 layers. The first one I did, I just mixed up the alcohol ink with the UV resin and plopped it on, put the lamp on it, and it would not cure. So this was the second attempt done in 2 layers. Now, the fun bit. I must admit, I had fun choosing all the colours for this. Because it's got so many different elements, I thought, yeah, let's put lots of colour in this. So that's what I did. The only thing I will say about this tray is if you attempt to do it, there are a lot of items on here. For instance, the little garlands that go around where the spot for the cookie tray and the milk tray are. The leaves, that little garland of leaves are on the side of each one. They are so tight and so tiny. It was a real challenge to get resin in there. So yeah, you have to sort of really make sure you're getting in there. That's why I'm using a lot of micro brush, because they really are great. They get in all the little nooks and crannies. But yeah, oh, and also another trick, don't use your heat gun. This tray doesn't like it. You saw it bubble up there, but when it cooled down it did go back. So yeah, don't use your heat gun on this tray, or at least if you do, use it from a distance. So you can see I'm putting on the black for his nose, and yeah, as I said at the beginning, that red, it just didn't show because it could kind of just blended in. I made small batches of resin because I knew it would take me some time to colour all this in. So small batches of resin, and then I added my little bits of, I poured a little bit into a cup and added my mica, and did it like that. And you'll find that it will take you a fair amount of time to fill in every little cell. And by the time you're sort of ready for maybe the second one, you know, the second thing to fill in, the cup is already getting hot. So yeah, be mindful of that. You will not believe it, but this tray takes a whopping 24 ounces of resin. Yeah, I was stunned. So just bear that in mind if you're going to do this tray. That's a lot of resin. And it may not be the kind of thing that a beginner should maybe take on, because it's fiddly, can be a bit frustrating in places. And if you've only got a small amount of resin, yeah, this will use it all, or most of it. So, but having said that, of course, this was fun. It was so cute. I couldn't resist it. And I thought it would be a great opening video for the Christmas session. I'd probably make 4 videos for Christmas. But yeah, I did enjoy myself, had fun, took my time. At the end of the video, there will be a list of all the colours that I used. And in the description, as usual, under the video, there will be links to all the products that I've used. Well, hopefully there will be. I mean, there were so many colours and elements to this, I might have forgotten something. And if that's the case, let me know. But yeah, I certainly did go to town getting out all my mica powders and all my colours. It was nice to do something so colourful. And I used glitters and, you know, the UV resin on Rudolph's nose. I had me some fun. So, shut up now, let you listen to the music and enjoy the process. When it came to doing the snack tray and the milk tray, I didn't really know what to use because the leaves are green, so I couldn't use green. I thought blue would go nicely. So I used these ultra fine glitters, and they are stunning in colour. This one was getting a little bit thick and goopy, so I did put a little bit of glue gun on there just to make it spread a bit. But these are beautiful colours and they worked well. You can see what I was saying about some of the tight spaces on here. Those were kind of tight spaces in between the garland, the leaves. Oh yeah, now this Kryptonite Green. I believe this is made by the same company that made the ultrafine glitters, the blues I've just done. But I thought the Christmas tree had to be extra special. So I used this chunky glitter, and this glitter comes, I think it's a set of 18 glitters, and they're all really nice. They all have a very holographic effect. So yeah, I definitely used the right colour for the Christmas tree. Now, the holly leaves and the berries on this are different. They don't have a raised edge like the rest of the design. They're just flat. So I drew on my own design with the gold pen for these. I don't know why they did these differently, but they did. So I found that just by following the edge of the leaves and the berries, you know, you can do it just as well. I put a couple of little details on the leaves, but they worked out okay. A little bit of vino there. Burgundy colour, of course. Being too clever there, I thought. Well, maybe not. And now, this was tricky because the cells in this candy cane are tiny, and also it's a very shallow mould, and I did make up my white a little bit ahead of time, and you can see what happened. It got stringy and the pot was starting to get very hot, so yeah, I moved a little bit quickly because I didn't want to make up more resin just to put the white down. So yeah, I kind of fumbled the white. But the good thing was that by the time I put the red down in the candy cane, the white was kind of solidifying. So I didn't mix together too much. So that was my own fault there for doing that. Didn't run together too much, so I was saved. Now you can see it's really stringy. It's like chewing gum. Yeah, so it took a little bit of coaxing in there and got very messy. Had to do a lot of cleanup. Oh well, you live and learn. Top of the star I just filled in with the gold pen. I dabbed a little bit out on the silicone mat and just got the paintbrush in there for the star. And finished. Yeah, so as I said, you can see I used a whole load of colours. Right, so as I said earlier, this tray takes a total of 24 ounces. Now that doesn't include, this is just 24 ounces for the pouring of the tray. All the other little bits and pieces where you mixed up the mica, they're kind of incidental, they're nothing. But I was stunned when I made up, you know, this amount of resin, and I thought, oh yeah, that's enough. No. It seemed to be a bottomless pit for resin. Anyway, I did make up some more, but if you make up the 24 fluid ounces, you'll be fine. So I was very aware that, you know, I had painted my little pictures in there, but I wanted to move this stuff around quickly and get it in all the little nooks and crannies. So this was the best way I found to do that, hoping that I didn't pop out any of the little things I had painted. So if you do it this way, just be careful, be mindful that you have actually painted your little pictures, because I know that sometimes with UV resin I've done this reverse painting trick and I've picked up the mold from the bottom and popped out what I've painted, so that can happen. Just be careful. But I didn't want to go scraping around in there, so I just sort of tilted it around the whole tray where the pictures were. It seemed to work okay. So as you can see, that amount of resin was nowhere near enough. So I had to make some more. You make up 24 ounces, you'll be fine. This was just me not knowing how much it would actually take and being kind of stunned by the amount. I love that combination of the marvellous cream white mica and then this glittery stuff. They call it iridescent holographic flitter flakes. I just call it mylar. It's just plastic. All the finishing touches. Yeah, go around the edge, because this is the kind of mold that will hold. Yay, Santa! The bubbles. Now, unfortunately, tragedy struck, and I don't know why. It might be that my little workspace was too cold. But as you can see, it didn't quite set properly. and I took it upstairs into the main part of the house where it's warmer and put it in a warm spot for 2 more days, and it didn't set. So unfortunately I had to throw it out. This is what it looked like. It was very cute, and here is the enormous list of all the colours that I used and what I used them for.